Another unnecessary Hollywood sequel we're getting this year is Gladiator 2. So let's just get into it because I'm getting pretty tired of these sequels lately. My first thought when I walked into this movie was how it would connect to the first one and how much of a connection there would be. Well, it's connected a lot. Our main character is Lucius, the young boy from the first movie, but how he ends up in his starting position in this movie is so convoluted and, to be honest, kinda stupid. The movie just throws it at you and says, accept this and don't ask many questions. And the more you think about it, the more convenient and dumb it seems. The whole story and the writing in this movie feel like a first draft. That was actually one of my first thoughts after leaving the cinema. I could see where they were going with almost everything they were doing, but it felt unpolished, sometimes awkwardly put together, and with a few characters completely undeveloped. Like the Twin Emperors, for example. As I said, it feels like they wrote the first draft and call it a day. But what about the fight scenes and the historical epic aspect of the movie? Honestly, I think it was the biggest letdown for me. Don't get me wrong, some fight scenes were fine, but a lot of them, especially the ones in the arena, are just weird to me. Some of them literally end out of nowhere, which sometimes left me a little bit baffled. Often Lucius goes into a fight with a few other gladiators by his side, but as soon as they are out of frame, it feels like they hit a pause button on them, and Lucius fights alone. Why even include them in the first place? They didn't have to write it this way, nobody forced them. Also, somehow this movie feels much smaller in scale and more cheaper than the first movie. I don't know how that's possible, but that's how I felt like. When it comes to the acting, I would say nearly all the actors did great work. Paul Mescal and Pedro Pascal were awesome. However, I have to single out Denzel Washington. Not because he gave a bad performance, but because what he did with his character made it seem like he didn't care about the role at all. It felt like Denzel decided to do whatever he wanted, however he wanted, and didn't care. In the end, I don't think I would ever want to rewatch this movie. I saw it once, and that's enough for me forever. SpacMonkish, signing off.